Today in Ethereum. It's happening. It's happening, guys. ETH 2.0 is going to launch in December. The deposit contract is now live, and after a long wait and many delays, Ethereum bears will finally have to admit defeat. Ethereum 2.0, I think, is really going to kick off the bull run. This is an event as or potentially even more significant than the Bitcoin halving. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down what you need to know about the coming event as well as predictions for what's going to happen next. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the wild land of crypto. Before we do begin, a quick reminder to Wealth Mastery members. Make sure to check your inbox for this week's Value Packed Investor Report. In this issue, I share 5 hot electric vehicle stocks to have on your radar. Jesse has a deep dive report on the Aave linked NFT project, Aave Gochi. Rect Capital has just an absolutely fantastic analysis on the money flow happening in cryptocurrencies right now. Cosmos Enterprise NFT play Persistence joins us for an AMA, and DeFi Dad has a step-by-step tutorial on how to hedge your risk with Ethereum options. All of that and much more. So don't miss another issue if you're not a member yet. You can become a member using the link down below in the description. So, with that being said, let's talk about Ethereum. Man, this is the ETH 2.0. This is a big deal. The rumor that we heard yesterday of the ETH 2.0 launch contract being deployed on GitHub, that turned out to be true. It has now been confirmed that the Ethereum deposit contract address, it is live. You can interact with it right now, and that the Ethereum 2.0 Genesis will happen on December 1st. People are already staking their 32 Ethereum via the deposit contract. Now, in total, we will need to see 524,000 Ethereum be deposited in order to be able to go ahead with the launch on December 1st. In the event that this much Ethereum does not get deposited, then the launch date will be pushed back. At this time, more than 12,000 Ethereum has been deposited, growing every few minutes as more people start depositing their Ethereum. I personally think that we're going to see this number move quite fast, especially when we see Ethereum whales start moving in, especially some of the older addresses. In total, of course, you're going to need 32 Ethereum to stake directly via the contract. Now, Ethereum Design Studio Consensus, they have announced that they will be releasing an easy-to-use interface for staking your Ethereum soon, so do watch out for that to come. However, there are services like Rocket Pool and Anchor, which will allow you to stake. In fact, Rocket Pool, you only need to just have a tiny amount, like 0.01 Ethereum, and you're going to be able to do that. And using these services as well will allow you to abstract away a lot of the difficulties. Now, with all that being said, the question we need to ask ourselves, is it even a good frickin' idea to stake your Ethereum in ETH 2.0? Well, you need to understand the risk to reward ratio. And just to be clear, you do not need to do anything. If you want to stake, then you can stake, but you do not have to. There's no token swap or anything like that going on, so just be aware of that as well. There will be lots of scams around this, but it's not necessary to stake. But if you do decide to stake, then here are the risks that you need to be aware of. The biggest is that you will not be able to withdraw your Ethereum that you stake. This is a one-way trip. Your Ether will only be accessible at a much later stage of the ETH 2.0 launch. So what is launching on December 1st is phase 0 of the ETH 2.0 upgrade. It's going to be at minimum a year before you can withdraw your Ethereum, possibly 2. Now, in addition, you can also be penalized if you act maliciously, losing some or potentially all of your staked Ethereum. So if you are, running a validator, You can be punished in that way. And if your node goes offline, then you can also be punished. Unlikely scenarios, probably both those things. And while there has been 5 different teams running testnets, as well as a whole host of auditors and researchers working on this, bugs can still happen. So you have to be aware of that as well. But it's not all bad, otherwise nobody would be staking in ETH 2.0. If you are a brave pioneer, then the rewards can actually be quite lucrative. It's estimated the rewards can be as high as 15 to 20% if less than 1 million Ethereum is staked in ETH 2.0. That rate, however, will drop off as more Ethereum is staked in the network. Now, in addition, you will also receive a token known as Beacon Ether or BETH or Beth. There is currently no indication if BETH will be tradable, but I mean, you know, come on, it's gonna be tradable. That thing's gonna be trading all over the place, man. Apparently, you're also gonna get an NFT, basically a digital badge of honor for being a brave pioneer and staking in ETH 2.0. And of course, you get some feel goods for supporting the future of Ethereum. Yeah. So that's the pros and cons, quite simply. Now, what am I personally doing? I am not staking. Not me. While there is a chance that the reward will be better than what I can get lending right now, I personally prefer to have my liquidity and to be able to use my Ethereum when I want it. And honestly, the 5.25% that I'm getting right now on BlockFi, that's totally fine in my book. I don't need to have that risk of maybe getting 6 or 7% or 8% with staking. The opportunity cost right now, it's just not there for me. Now, I want to move on as well to talk here about the bigger picture of what all of this means. First, what does this mean for the wider crypto ecosystem? Well, this event's massive. Ethereum's massive, and this is a massive event for Ethereum. This seriously puts a lot of pressure as well on really all smart contract platforms not named Ethereum or, looking to interoperate with Ethereum. Ethereum maintains just an incredibly dominant lead right now. It's dominant in terms of developers. It has the most applications built on it. By far has the most users. Ethereum also has the most enterprise adoption. And at this point, Ethereum layer 2 scaling solutions like Matic, that actually has more adoption than a lot of the competing layer 1 chains, many of them which are just functionally zombies at this point. They have almost no users, no transactions. Some of them, there's obvious exceptions, but a lot of them fit into that category. And then we can account for layer 2 scaling technology like rollups, which is being built into different applications like synthetics. And then we really have to start questioning what will be the purpose of these other chains. What will they actually do? Ethereum will be able to do thousands of transactions a second on the completion of ETH 2.0. And when we include all that layer 2 scaling stuff, it becomes apparent that Ethereum will most certainly remain the dominant player in the smart contract game. Now, the others that I can see having success in this scenario, Polkadot, Cosmos, blockchains like that, they're going to thrive because they're not building walled gardens. They are focusing on interoperability, being social, right, and communicating and working with Ethereum and the wider blockchain space. And yes, you do have to admit to yourself it's going to take up to 2 years for ETH 2.0 to be completely deployed. But it's coming, it's inevitable, it is happening. Now the final point I want to make about ETH 2.0, what is it going to mean for the price? There are 2 big factors here, short term, that I can think of leading into December. The first is really just the hype. Don't underestimate hype and the narratives that people build around certain cryptocurrencies. And the narrative for Ethereum right now, it is definitely a bullish one. It's ETH 2.0, it's real, it's happening. It's not just some thing off in the distance somewhere someday. We have a definitive date, December 1st. That is important. In fact, I think that an Ethereum rally at this stage would likely spark the next major altcoin cycle. We could have a good end of year for altcoins. And the second price consideration comes down to scarcity. What happens if we see 10 million Ethereum staked in ETH 2.0? That would cause a massive supply shock, which would have a big effect on the spot price of Ethereum. This obviously assumes that we are going to see such a large amount of Ethereum flowing into the staking contract. I think it's more likely that this will simply provide, enough of that bullish momentum for hodlers to get out there and basically gobble up Ethereum and remove it from exchanges, knowing that ETH 2.0 is coming. They're simply going to buy and hold and stack their Ethereum, put it into their wallets, or put it into lending platforms. But it's also going to give the institutional buyers a lot more confidence to go out and buy and invest in Ethereum. Grayscale, they already control 2.13% of the total supply of Ethereum. I expect this to increase at a big rate with ETH 2.0 now a certainty. Anyway, those are just my two gway for the day. I would love to hear from you though. Will you be staking in Ethereum 2.0, or is the risk simply not worth the reward for you? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.